Hello, you can just take this everywhere you go. It fits literally on an airplane tray. Hello everyone, welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about board games and board gamey things. I am back again today with another pumped up Kickstarter. And today's pumped up Kickstarter preview is going to be on Flamecraft Duels. I'm so excited. Flamecraft Duels is coming to Kickstarter, published by Cardboard Alchemy, who very kindly sponsored today's video. Now there are a few things to note. This is a prototype, though it looks incredible. Everything is always subject to change with prototypes, so please do keep that in mind. And I don't know if you knew this. That's Pan. He's the bread dragon. I also may or may not have a Flamecraft dragon tattooed onto my body. Okay, so if that tells you anything, I love these little dragons. Now, as per usual with my preview videos, this is not an official how to play. I am hoping to give you a general overview in order to help you make a decision on whether or not this game is a good fit for you. So without further ado, I say we dive in. We're going to jump right in and we're going to take a look at this because I'm very excited to show you something. But you'll have to wait and see what that is. In Flamecraft Duels, you and your opponent are rival dragons trying to outwit each other by crafting magical goods, stacking dragon tokens, and matching clever patterns. You'll take turns pulling dragons from a bag, placing them on the board, triggering abilities, and scoring shop cards. The dragon with the most reputation at the end is the winner. The game plays in about 30 minutes and it's super accessible but sneakily strategic. Very sneaky dragons being very strategic. Let's take a closer look at how the game works. But before we do that, my friends, let me just show you the box because the box is very cool. So I already showed it. Look at this. Look, you're like, yeah, that's the box. But what's this? What's this? Is that a hook? What's happening? Wow. The box opens up to be the board, and not only that, look, this is where everything gets stored at the end of the game. Love that. Okay, now let's get into it, starting with what's in the box. Here's what you'll be working with. Like I've already shown you, you have a central game board. You also have 36 artisan dragon tokens, which are 6 of each type. So here are all of the different types that you will have. We also have 6 dual dragon tokens that are going to be in this little bag right here. And you will have a deck of shop cards that show scoring patterns. So I just want to show you the art because oh, the dragons are so cute. Okay, those are the shop cards. You will also have coins for optional abilities and bonus points. So these are the coins. Now I do want to mention these coins are actually from Flamecraft. There will be new coins that will be designed specifically for this game. There are also fancy dragon cards for advanced play, as well as the fancy dragon. We also have an adorable fountain miniature. Now, I have a meeple version of this, but all backers are going to get a beautiful miniature version of this, okay? So this is awesome, but you're going to get a fancy miniature version of it, okay? And then there's also the fountain card. This is for a different play mode, as are the fancy dragons. So we are going to just set those off to the side for now. Each player is going to start with 3 coins and 2 secret shop cards. On your turn, you'll go through 3 main phases: the play phase, the score phase, and the refresh phase. So let's break those down. Starting with the play phase. First, you're gonna pull a dragon token from the bag. No peeking. Then you're gonna place it on the board, and you can place your token on any empty hex, or you can stack it on top of an existing token up to a maximum of 3 tokens per space. After placing the dragon, you can fire up its special ability, and this part is optional, but it's where the game's engine really shines. Each dragon has a unique power when you fire it up. So let's show an example. So I pulled out the metal dragon, and their special ability, and by the way, we do get reference cards. These are double-sided. Their special ability is to move 2 adjacent dragons 1 space each. So if I did this, and actually, maybe we want to look and see what our objective cards are. Ooh. Yeah, so I might want to do something that looks like this, and I can move my 2 adjacent. So I might move this 1 space and I might move that 1 space because I'm working towards my secret shop cards, and I want to have 2 bread and a meat, and the purple is a little bit too far away. So this one might be achievable for me. So that's how the metal dragon works. Let's go through an example of how each of the different dragon works just so that you can see all of the different ones. So let's start with bread. The bread dragon allows you to pull another dragon from the bag and place it immediately and then fire that one up too. So I definitely would want to place that there because it's not a secret, everybody knows what cards I have, but this is going to allow me to draw another one from the bag, play it immediately, and then fire it up. So maybe this is a good time to talk about the one that I just did, which is the meat dragon. You can move any one adjacent dragon to any space on the board, even onto the meat dragon that you just placed. I might want to do, none of these are really super helpful, but maybe I might want to move that purple one here to set me up, all right? Set me up for the future. 2 tokens are considered adjacent, by the way, if they are in hexes on the board that share a side, okay? And these are all hexagons. Next, we have the crystal dragon. The crystal dragon will allow us to pull 3 dragons from the bag, pick one to place with no ability, and then return the other 2 to the bag. So let's place that one and draw 3. Oh, so this is going to be some good examples here. So I have to choose one to place, and let's just say I choose this one. These 2 will go back to the bag, but I am going to keep one out because that's going to be useful for an example that I have coming up. Then we have the potion dragon, and this one allows you to swap any 2 tokens anywhere on the board. So I might want to place this here, and maybe if I'm this player, I might want to swap this around. I don't even know what they're working. Oh, look, that's pretty good. They've already achieved one. Then we have the plant dragon, which allows you to fire up the ability of an adjacent dragon. If that's another plant dragon, you can chain this as long as you like until you hit a non-plant ability. Okay, so if I were to do this, I would be able to fire up an adjacent dragon. So I could either fire up the meat dragon or the potion dragon. You'll also find, here's that example, you'll also find dual dragons which show 2 different types of dragons. When placing this, you're going to pick one ability to fire up when you place it. So in this instance, maybe I would like to place this here and fire up the bread dragon, allowing me to draw another one of these tokens. And once again, I would get to fire that up as well if I'm doing the bread dragon, okay? So that's how all of them work. And don't forget, you can stack, but it is up to a limit of 3. So this stack here is a 3, and no, they don't need to match, so I could have done this as well. But once you get 3, you can't stack anymore. So after that, we go into the score phase. After you've placed and maybe fired up your dragon, it's time to check your shop cards. Can you spot a pattern on the board that matches a card in your hand? So remember, we were working towards this one, so I do spot a pattern that matches one of the cards in my hand. Now, patterns can be rotated in any direction, and that's nothing. They can be rotated in any direction, and dual dragons can be used as either types on their token. And they are super helpful for completing trickier cards. If a pattern matches, which currently it does, you'll score the card by placing it face up in your score pile. And in case you're curious, you can score multiple cards in a turn. So let's just say that that was here. I would have achieved both of my cards, and I'd be able to score both of them, putting them in a face up score pile. Then we have the refresh phase. If you have fewer than 2 shop cards after scoring, you will draw back up to 2. If you already have 2 because you weren't able to score any, you're just going to skip this step, but I'm amazing and I scored 2, so I've drawn 2 new cards. This, by the way, is also the last chance in your turn to spend one of those coins. Once per turn, you can discard a coin to draw 2 new shop cards, then pick any 2 in your hand to keep, putting the rest on the bottom of the deck. So if you're kind of assessing the state of the board and you think, oh, I am not going to be able to do this, you would just draw 2 more, look at all 4 of them, and then keep whichever 2 you decide to keep, putting the others on the bottom of the deck. It's a great way to ditch cards that aren't working for your current board state. And just so you know as well, unspent coins are worth 1 reputation point at the end of the game, and believe it or not, whoever has the most points wins. The game is going to end in one of 2 ways. The dragon token bag is empty, meaning no new tokens are able to be pulled, or the last shop card is drawn from the deck. If the bag runs dry but you need to draw more, like as an example for the crystal dragon, you will add the 6 backup dragons, 1 of each type, into the bag. And this can only happen once, and I was pulling from my backup dragons for my example. Everybody get back here. So you would have these off to the side. If the bag runs out, you're going to take these and you're going to plop them into the bag. When the game ends, your opponent gets 1 last chance to score shop cards and use a coin. Then you'll tally your reputation points from scored shop cards and once again 1 point for unspent coins. The dragon with the most reputation wins, and if it's a tie, the player with more scored cards will win. And if it's still a tie, you share the win. A true dual victory. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there are also going to be a couple of additional optional modes if you want to add a little bit more spice to your dragon duel. The first one being fancy mode. Now each player will select a fancy dragon with a passive or active ability that tweaks the game rules or gives you extra options with your coins. As an example here we have Starburst. Move a dragon on the board to any other space. We have Rainbow, Flare, Taylor, Buddy. We also have Gold Rush, Todd, Steven, and once again Starburst. So those are our fancy dragons. The Fountain is a mini-game mode with its own card deck. Complete special 4 dragon patterns to claim fountain cards and move the miniature. That's this. Blocking spaces and returning tokens to the bag. This is great for advanced play. So here are the fountain cards. And of course, my friends, you know that I love this. It does have a solo mode. It's just you, the board, and the clock. Flamecraft Duels is a clever, layered little duel. It's compact, fast, and bursting with strategic decision making. From stack management and ability chaining to clever pattern spotting and just the right use of your coins. Whether you're a fan of the original Flamecraft or totally new to the world of cozy dragons, this one's just got a lot of charm packed into a short playtime. If you like spatial puzzles, tactical plays, and tiny dragons doing big things, this might be a game for you. And it is 2-player or solo, but obviously mainly a 2-player game. So if your primary play count is 2 players, this could be a great one to add to your collection. It is compact, so it's going to be easy to travel with. Like, let me just show, I'm just gonna put it away with you right here. Let's just do that so you can see. We'll open this up. We're gonna put the shop cards in here. Look at this, look at that. Everything's going away so nicely. Look at that, look at this, would you look at that? Now there are baggies, but I'm just doing this for example's sake. Ooh, forgot a card, don't wanna do that. Oh, we'll open up this side and then we're gonna put, once again, there are baggies. Okay, let's not forget the rule book, that goes right in here. I'm ready for my vacation now. But that, my friends, is everything that I have for today's video. So if you are interested in Flamecraft Duels, once again, I will have all of the information listed in the description below. Please comment below with which of the dragons is your favorite. I currently only have the bread dragon. I need to collect them all because I love them, but his name is Pan. So cute. And I do love bread in general. So please tell me in the description below if you have a favorite. I would love to know. Now, if you're interested in buying board games like the original Flamecraft, you should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store. And for us, that's a Boardroom Game Cafe. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. I hope to see you again soon, and now I say goodbye. Happy dragoning.